mode 1 sounds and mode 2 sounds.
No mode 1.5. At the laryngeal level, you cannot be in a percentage of head and a percentage of chest. You are in mode 1 chest or mode 2 head.
What's up, everybody? I'm Joey.
I'm Jared.
And today we are talking about how to identify head voice and chest voice sounds through our listening. So we're developing our critical listening skills as a tool to both understand the sounds that we're trying to make and how to teach them. So we're going to take you through these examples. We talked about head voice and chest voice. If you haven't seen those videos, go back to them. We start to identify the wide continuum of head voice and chest voice sounds that we're capable of making. And now we're just continuing to build our skills in critical listening. So how we identify those sounds as they start to happen super fast. Because the reality is that we're listening to these recordings, we're listening to singers in real time, and there's a whole bunch of vocal acrobatics that are going back and forth, and our job is to start to understand what we are hearing and how we can categorize those sounds.
And there are so many songs that we think of as being a head voice song or a belt song or whatever, and then you go and you listen and you're actually like, oh, they're going back and forth a lot.
And once you get used to doing this stuff, you will be forever changed. You will not be able to listen to a song the same way again, and it will be tremendously helpful. Let's start to talk about how we hear these sounds. Most of the time, we can understand the difference between chest voice and head voice sounds on a large scale when we're making sounds that are mostly chest voice and sounds that are mostly head voice. So we understand the difference between gimme gimme and so in love.
Or between Santa Fe.
Santa Fe, my old friend.
And the falsetto portions in Epic 3 from Hadestown.
And when we put those side by side, we can go, okay, those are chest voice sounds, those are head voice sounds. But as we talked about, these things often happen much faster. We can take an example like Laura Benanti singing Will He Like Me?
It's insanity for me to worry so.
Also look at Lindsay Mendez singing Mr. Snow.
It's off to home we'll go. And both of us will look a little dreary-eyed, a drive into a cottage by the ocean side.
And these are golden age examples where you're hearing a similar quality across, right? They're living in the same tonal world, but they're moving back and forth between chest voice and head voice sound. Or sometimes we're in a little bit more of a contemporary lilt where we have something like Whitney Basher singing Another Life from Bridges of Madison County.
Color him with mystery and color her with danger and expose them just enough to wish for more.
Or Jessie J singing Domino.
I'm feeling sexy and free, like glitter's raining on me.
These sounds are very similar, but we can hear that they're moving back and forth between chest voice and head voice. Like Ben Platt singing For Forever from Dear Evan Hansen.
All we see is sky for forever. We let the world pass by for forever. Feels like we could go on for forever this way.
Or John Legend singing All of Me.
Even when I lose, I'm winning. 'Cause I give you all of me. And you give me all of you.
And you can go back and listen to these examples and start to pull these things apart, listen for where these transitions happen. But there are decisive transitions between chest voice and head voice. There's never a world in which both things are happening at the same time. We have mode 1 sounds and mode 2 sounds.
No mode 1.5. At the laryngeal level, you cannot be in a percentage of head and a percentage of chest. You are in mode 1 chest or mode 2 head.
And although these sounds can sound very similar, they're decisively in one laryngeal mode or the next. And if we can understand that, we have a way better understanding of how to both make these sounds and how to teach them. So slow these down and start to hear where those transitions happen, and you can hear where where there's a shift of mode. It's not clunky, messy, it's very highly skilled singing, but there is definitively a transition from one to the next.
So what we want you to do is go home and take examples and just start identifying when somebody's in mode 1 or mode 2. Start at the macro level and you might move through that really quickly. But then we want you to start going through examples where the sounds get closer and closer together, but you should always be able to hear which is which.
And that's where we start, and the more we get used to being able to do that automatically, we have really clear tools for understanding what our vocal goals are as we move forward into different variations of these chest voice and head voice sounds. This is the primer for that. We understand the wide continuum of head voice and chest voice sounds, and now we're building the skills of our listening, being able to identify when they happen quickly in a phrase. Get after it and have fun.
And happy singing.
Happy singing, everyone. Cue the head voice, chest voice theme music. Hey, 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 yo, hey, yo, hey, yo, hey, 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 yo, hey, yo, hey, yo, hey, 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 yo, hey, yo, hey, yo.
Singing domino.
What did you sing?
Did I say domino?
It was another domino.
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 Oh, it's domino from the album Yep.